José Segovia Benítez served his country as a Marine. He enlisted in 1999. He was deployed to Iraq. Benítez served from 1999 to 2004. This was a formative period in his life. He faced danger and witnessed conflict. His service earned him awards and decorations. These symbolized his bravery and dedication. Benítez's time in Iraq left its mark. He returned with invisible wounds. These were not physical injuries. They were the mental scars of war. He suffered from PTSD. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a common ailment among veterans. It can manifest in many ways. Nightmares, flashbacks, and anxiety are common symptoms. In addition to PTSD, Benítez also had a traumatic brain injury. This injury likely occurred during his deployment. TBI can cause a range of problems. These include headaches, memory issues, and difficulty concentrating. These invisible wounds played a significant role in his later life. They contributed to his legal troubles. They also complicated his deportation case. After his service, Benítez tried to rebuild his life. He carried the weight of his experiences. He struggled to adjust to civilian life. Many veterans face similar challenges. The transition can be difficult. Benítez's story is a reminder of the sacrifices made by those who serve. José Segovia Benítez's life after the military was marked by legal challenges. He faced a series of charges. These included drug offenses and domestic violence. He served time in prison. His supporters acknowledge these mistakes. However, they urge understanding. They believe his actions were influenced by his PTSD and TBI. These conditions can impair judgment and impulse control. In 2018, Benítez faced deportation. He had legal status previously. However, his convictions led to its revocation. He was ordered removed from the U.S. This came after serving time for his offenses. His supporters rallied around him. They argued he had served his time. They emphasized his military service. They believed he deserved a second chance. Benítez's deportation was unexpected. It occurred after he was granted a temporary stay. His lawyers were filing additional paperwork. They were seeking a pardon from the California governor. Neither Benítez nor his attorneys were informed of the deportation beforehand. He was transferred from a California detention center to one in Arizona. From there, he was deported to El Salvador. The circumstances of his deportation raised concerns. His lawyer was not informed. The deportation seemed sudden and without warning. This lack of transparency added to the controversy. It fueled the fight to bring him back to the U.S. The case highlighted the complexities of immigration law. It also revealed the challenges faced by veterans struggling with invisible wounds. José Segovia Benítez's story shines a light on the unseen wounds of war. PTSD and TBI are often invisible. However, their effects are real and debilitating. They can impact every aspect of a person's life. Benítez's struggles are not unique. Many veterans face similar challenges. They struggle to reintegrate into civilian life. PTSD can cause a range of symptoms. These include flashbacks, nightmares, and anxiety. It can also lead to anger, irritability, and difficulty sleeping. TBI can cause headaches, memory problems, and difficulty concentrating. These conditions often occur together. This can create a complex and challenging situation. Benítez's lawyers argue that his PTSD and TBI were not adequately considered in his legal cases. They believe this contributed to his convictions. They also argue that he lacked adequate legal representation. This may have resulted in harsher sentences. His case highlights the need for greater understanding and support for veterans with invisible wounds. The impact of PTSD and TBI extends beyond the individual. It can also affect families and communities. Benítez's family has been deeply impacted by his deportation. They have been vocal advocates for his return. They believe he deserves to be reunited with his loved ones. They argue that he poses no threat to society. José Segovia Benítez's deportation sparked outrage and calls for his return. His family, supporters, and lawyers continue to fight for him. They are pursuing legal avenues to bring him back to the U.S. One avenue is a pardon from the California governor. This would clear the way for his return. Another avenue is to reopen his case. His lawyers believe there are legal grounds to do so. They argue that his PTSD and TBI were not adequately considered in his original case. They also believe that he received inadequate legal representation. They are hopeful that a new case will result in a different outcome. The fight to bring Benítez back to the U.S. is about more than just one man. It is about the treatment of veterans. It is about the impact of PTSD and TBI. It is about the complexities of immigration law. Benitez's case has garnered national attention. It has sparked a conversation about these important issues. The outcome of Benitez's case remains uncertain. However, one thing is clear: his story has touched a nerve. It has highlighted the need for greater understanding and support for veterans. It has also revealed the human cost of deportation. Benitez's family remains hopeful for his return. They continue to fight for his right to be home in the U.S. Look, if this administration can send a decorated Marine who suffers from PTSD and traumatic brain injury to CCOT, what chance do we have? Please like, comment, and subscribe for more.